In the white uniform. And some nice crisp boxing action there from Desmond Burke, and they're both down. Reddy's kicks are sharp, but he has yet to find the range, and I think he took a shot to the groin guard then, but no damage done. And very wisely, Burke is closing to punching distance at every opportunity, and I think he is aware that Reddy is a superior kicker, and he is closing distance as quickly as possible, as he's obviously quite an accomplished puncher. Nice boxing techniques. Oh, and a kick connecting there from Reddy. Nice timing. Oh, nice. Attempt by Reddy there for a drop spin kick. Just short, but the crowd appreciating the attempt and this technique. Oh, nice round kick connecting to the head there. Burke grabs the leg but fails to unbalance his opponent. And I think Burke now having some new respect for his TAGB opponent, and some nice kicking there from Steve Reddy. Very well timed. Round kick to the head. Burke swoops the lead leg. The ref having brought the TAGB man back to his feet, and now they're mixing it up with punches and kicks. Oh, some lovely kicking there. And Reddy now spinning his opponent around. Now they're mixing it up across the ring. And Steve Reddy on the attack there early in the second round, firing his right leg. And interesting technique there, Desmond Burke sweeping, and as Reddy goes down, he traps his opponent between his legs. Counter for counter. Very impressive technique here from this TAGB British champion. Nice timing. And I think we see here two people of similar technical ability, but I think Reddy's mastery of timing beginning to show in the second round. Reddy charging in, back into punching range, the ref separating them. World team champion, and himself a British champion. Oh, and again, ferocious sweet punch combination from the Magendo man. And Ogborn having a lot of trouble getting into this fight. And this is a very sharp Magendo fighter we see here. Ogborn wearing the TAGB approved headgear here for protection, and he may need it. Once again, the Magendo man on the advance and dominating the fight so far.
Everything middle section of it. Everything middle section.
Ogborn down once again. And Dave Oliver advising him to keep all his leg techniques to the middle section of the body, very wisely, because every time he fires it to the head, he's being swept by this very wily Magendo fighter. Getting there with a right leg side kick. I mean, reprimanded by the referee for holding. Oh, a nice right hand there connecting. And the Magendo guy wailing forward. Wilkinson obviously quite a skilled boxer. Connecting with a hard right hand, jarring the TAGB man. And this really is excellent counters we're seeing here. These really are excellent counters to kicking techniques. And it's obvious that Wilkinson has thought out this fight. And he's just slamming him with that right hand. And what a remarkable first round that's been. We see somebody like Mark Ogborn, clearly a skilled leg technician, And we have somebody like Martin Wilkinson, a rising star from Magendo, who has clearly thought out this fight and is applying some really effective counters. And Mark Ogborn trying to re-establish himself now in this early part of the second round. And once again, Wilkinson succeeds in unbalancing his opponent. Right hand coming through again. And strange as it may sound, Wilkinson's got to be careful now not to knock out his opponent, because if he does so, he'll be disqualified. This is meant to be light, continuous sparring. Right hand coming through again. And strange as it may sound, Wilkinson's got to be careful now not to knock out his opponent, because if he does so, he'll be disqualified. This is meant to be light, continuous sparring. And that right hand's looking fairly solid from where I'm sitting. And as his corner's advising, Ogborn's bringing these kicks in low. And landing a few shots of his own now. Right hooks there, coming around Ogborn's guard. Swift technique there from Wilkinson, and Ogborn is down yet again, and this must be costing him heavily on the scorecards. And the Magendo man coming forward again, powerful punching, and they're mixing it up in a neutral corner. Ogborn just leaning forward there, and Reddy has found no efficient comeback for the attacks of the other fighter. Wilkinson coming in with that right hand again, attempting a sweep, and they're just grappling down into the neutral corner. End of round 2. Seconds away. And McNeish very light on his feet, coming forward. Jumping up. He's yet to find distance for these jumping kicks, but he's certainly dominating the fight at the moment. Lawrence finding range with those side kicks. And I'd say that McNeish is trying to make up for the size difference with his speed and work rate here, Kevin. Good footwork we're seeing.
He's got a lot of energy, that's for sure, but I'd like to see how tough his stamina lasts, because he's got 2-minute rounds. He's going to ride his steam real fast. I'd like to personally like to see him get in a little closer, use his hands, and use his size differential as an advantage. Should be getting in close, trying to cut out their range.
And I think we saw him doing it just then as he bulled his way in and pushed Lawrence back into the TAGB corner. Pushed Lawrence back into the TAGB corner. And they're beginning to find the range with these techniques. And I think if Lawrence can keep him at bay with that right leg side kick, then McNeish is going to have to work very hard to get around it. As Kevin says, he'll have to close distance, and make the size difference to his advantage. Oh, a nice jump spinning kick there. And I'm sure the judges are awarding points to McNeish for these techniques he's at least attempting. Where Lawrence seems to be content to fight at range.
It's starting to get a little rough now in there, and it's starting to come together as a little fight.
A very tough competition system, continuous sparring. There's no knockout and no stopping to score the points. And McNeish going down underneath the TAGB fighter. Then Dave Oliver saying that telling Lawrence that he's got the other man on the run. I think he might be a bit premature there. I think there's plenty of fight left in McNeish. And we'll find out in round 2. So Kevin, you're up against the TAGB. And they seem to be sizing each other up now. Oh, and a strong round right hand there from McNeish. Another spinning kick. And these are all spinning kicks are out of distance, whereas Lawrence is actually kicking to range. The other tied up in the corner. And Dave Oliver exuberant in the TAGB corner. And I would say that Lawrence is connecting with more of these kicks than McNeish is. McNeish is bringing in this looping round right hand, but Lawrence's kicks seem to be connecting at the distance he's firing from.
Most definitely. He's certainly fighting off at a disadvantage at the range he's fighting at. I'd like to see him get in a little closer, come with that jump kick, and come on in right after with the punches right after. He's got to mix it up a little bit and try to disturb his opponent.
And we have, I think, a size and weight difference here we wouldn't be seeing in full contact. And McNeish been pushed off balance there as he raises his leg to kick.
His main problem is he's letting his opponent get off the mark with a kick. He really should be in right away and really not let him lift that leg up. That's the way to beat this kind of fighter.
And I think McNeish is more than adequate puncher, but he's throwing these spinning kicks and they're not connecting, they're not doing damage in terms of the points, whereas Lawrence, an attempted swoop there from McNeish, and Lawrence signals to the crowd he's completely unimpressed with this. The ref exhorting them both to fight.
And he's already getting a lot of time. He's
himself a world champion. Immediately into punching range, into grappling and punching range. Oh! Evelyn ploughing in, coming in from a sweep and then punching combination. And in the TAGB corner, Ray already in trouble. And I mean, he really is taking the fight to his opponent, isn't he?
He sure is. He's doing all the right things. He's moving in, not letting his opponent get off with the kicks. He looks very comfortable throwing. He's coming in and he's already set himself a precedent for the fight. He's already given himself the mental advantage.
Right. And the psychological edge, very important in any kind of contact sport. And here in this continuous sparring event, I think Dwyer Evelyn certainly has set his mark on the fight early on. He's very fast off the mark, and he's not giving, I think, his less experienced opponent any time to get set. And he's clowning a bit then for the crowd, a bit of boxing headwork. And Ray landing a solid right then. Evelyn perhaps a bit too cocky as he came in. Oh! And a punch connecting there. Right, this is not to the knockout, and the techniques must be controlled, as Stones is doing with these kicks. Hooking kicks, spinning hooking kicks. He's landing the most controlled techniques. An attempted throw there from McKenzie. And Stones' head guard is off. Are they going to put it back on again?
McKenzie really has to keep on the same pressure. He has to risk those kind of warnings to get back in the fight. It's everything or nothing for him at this time.
And with this in mind, we go into the closing moments of the bout. Kim Stones still comfortably ahead on a right-hander there from McKenzie, glancing off the head guard of Stones.
McKenzie can't quite understand the reach and the kick advantage. He hasn't worked it out yet. I don't know his experience on kickers, but he's not using the right strategy. He's got to get in. He's not getting the leverage on his punches. His punches are inaccurate. He's too far out.
Oh, and Stones there landing a powerful kick. And it rattled McKenzie.
Well, that hit him and wobbled those knees real good.
And this bout really very one-sided from where I'm sitting. McKenzie just bullying his way in here in the closing moments. I think he must know now this is a lost cause.
Most definitely. Kim's in a real comfortable position. All Kim has to do right now is stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Kim really ought to be dancing around now, staying out of trouble, jabbing, throwing some kicks, and commanding the fight. He's done all the work now. He doesn't have to do much more.
And Kim Stones really at the best form I've seen him in for a very long time. Very sharp. Last 10 seconds. 2-minute rounds. First round. And the first kick from the Flash. We really have a match here of enthusiasm versus experience. Longstreet by far the more experienced of the two. And Gill, probably the most impressive middleweight on the European scene at the moment. And both men seemingly reluctant to mix it up at the moment.
Yeah, they're both being very cautious. Really just trying to feel each other out right now. It's a 5-rounder. It's a lot of time for action. Trying to get their bearings.
And then they are going into a very rough clinch there. Oh, and a nice combination hand and kicking techniques there from Longstreet. But Gill weathered that. Now he's coming forward, low kick. It's a sweeping technique, not a low kick. Kicks below the waist, not allowed under this rule system. And Longstreet is wearing a head guard in this fight. Under these new rules, at least one fighter must wear a head guard for the fight. Gill on the attack there, Longstreet ducking out of trouble. And the ref just calling for them to separate. Oh, Gill powering forward there, but he walked onto some punching from Longstreet.
Gill's tying him up real good there. He knows he has to. Longstreet is powerful, and he's hitting very effectively. If he lands correctly at any time, he has the capability of knocking Cash out.
Gill's looking very good. I should point out he was a last-minute substitution. Seconds away for round 2. And Longstreet immediately on the attack. Oh, and Gill coming back. And where Longstreet might have the weight advantage, Gill certainly has the reach advantage, and he's not using it to good effect at the moment. They're in the clinches on the far side of the ring. And I would have thought that Gill would be happy to keep Longstreet at distance, as opposed to what's happening now.
Yeah, Gill really needs to get out, use his maximum reach advantage, which he has, and he's tying himself up right now. And also, those clinches are taking a lot out of him. Longstreet's happy to be in there. Longstreet's okay. He's doing everything he knows he has to right there. See, Longstreet's very effective inside. He's very experienced.
And Gill receiving expert advice from the corner there. He has a corner consisting of Howard the Hawk Brown, Lawrence White, and Levi Lovell, all experienced kickboxers. And not a knockdown so much as a slip, I think. The fight continuing, Longstreet back on his feet. Able to continue in the second round. A sharp exchange of punching.
Nice.
Sharp. And they're directly above the commentary box now. And we can see the determination on the faces of both men. Once again, they're in the clinches. Cash is holding to the neck. And Longstreet again coming in with these powerful punches. And we hope Gill can... Oh, and now Gill on the attack. Following up a round kick with a flurry of punches. Firing the jab.
Look good, but those actually slip right over the shoulder. If he could land with those straight techniques, he'd be on a winner.
And a powerful right leg roundhouse there from Longstreet. Longstreet is dropping some bombs, and I think if one of them connects, Gill is going to be in some serious trouble. Oh, another powerful round kick off the left leg that time. And I would give that round to Longstreet, I think.
I'd have to agree with you there, Bay. He's far more effective.
And a side kick there from Longstreet, hitting the body of Cash Gill. And a round kick combination there from Gill. Impressive, but not much power there.
Really not effective, excuse me, Bay. Really not effective with those kicks. He's really throwing them out. I think maybe he doesn't have the mental edge. I think maybe he, I don't know. He just doesn't look like he's out there to knock Longstreet out or to take this fight. He's not really taking the fight to him.
Yeah. I'm wondering whether the fact that it's such a short notice fight for Gill has obviously affected his preparation, as he really hasn't had any preparation.
Yeah.
Interesting to note that both men have got these lightning flashes on their legs, on their leggings. And a powerful round kick to the head there from Gill. And the crowd appreciated that.
Longstreet coming right back. He's trying to mix it up, and he catches him with a left hook right there.
Yes, fighting in close seems to be something Longstreet is very capable at. Gill firing these straight-legged round kicks to the body when he can, when there's an opening. They're really mixing it up in close. And Gill really waiting for the ref to separate them, and quite rightly too. And Gill getting really, I think we're seeing a bit of tempo here from Cash the Flash.
We got a little needle creeping in this
fight.
fight.
And the ref now is chastising Gill for apparently using the knee. I think Gill's getting impatient with the referee's reluctance to interfere with the flow of the action.
And he's caught him with a straight right.
And he caught him with a straight right hand there, yes. Gil certainly seems to have shifted up a gear in the last couple of moments.
Most definitely. He's fighting back right now. He's giving a little bit more of that mental edge that is needed to win this fight. But Longstreet's a tough cookie. He's out there to stay in and take this fight.
Gil was covering then